and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Auburn will kick it off to get things started. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Give to the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Now, guys, when it comes to LSU, they'd love to win this one today, secure that spot in the conference championship game, a remarkable achievement. They can't really think this one's in the bag yet.
No, they've just got to continue focusing on the task at hand. I think that's a big reason why they're in this position that they find themselves in. They take care of business each and every game, David. Some hardware to be won down the road potentially, but you got to win this one.
No doubt, and I think it's hard because you're starting to see the finish line now. Getting later in the season, knowing where you're ranked, what's at stake. Let's see how they handle the pressure.
That is an excellent throw by the quarterback, finding the window between the zones and delivering that ball on time.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Makes the grab down the middle. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Gets it past the marker. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
Man, this guy is so scary when he has the ball in his hands. It kind of reminds me, he's got a little bit of Leonard Fournette. He's got a little bit of Clyde Edwards-Helaire, you know, just that shake and bake. And when they get in the second level, DBs just don't seem to know how to tackle this guy. You don't want to submarine. He might hurtle over you, but if you don't go in with conviction, and he's got the speed to get outside and take it the distance. This dude just makes your heart stop every time he has the ball.
Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play, because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Mendenhall. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Back to pass. Makes the catch. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
And when you get zone coverage and you're running curls and the wide receiver sprints off the ball, you know what happens? That DB starts to bail, and that wide receiver comes back, and it's easy pitch and catch for the offense.
Hand off from the shotgun. There to stop him after a pickup of 1 to the 22. The emotions and energy figure to be high all day, guys, because of what's at stake this late in the season. Really a must-win for both teams.
Yeah, these are the ones that get your blood moving, Reese. You get jacked up, man. We don't have to say anything in the locker room, give these big speeches. You know what's at stake, Jesse. You're ready to rock and roll. This is when you prove you're the big dog.
Which is pretty cool, too, because it's been a long season. These teams obviously are both physically and mentally tired, but you're right. For this kind of game, this is the one you circled at the start of the year. You knew that this was going to matter. There was going to be a lot on the line. Now it's time to go out and prove you're the better team.
Ninth play of the opening drive coming up, but now they face a third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down.
Well, the defense watched film last week. They saw this running back catch multiple passes, and that hasn't been the case today. They are clamping down on him, always aware of him, especially in the passing game, and so far they've taken him away.
It's good, and that was dead solid and perfect. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
And he'll take that first drive. Like, you wanted a touchdown, but you gave the people here at home something to cheer about in that first drive. Move the football enough to get your kicker an opportunity and to put 3 on the board.
Is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Quarterback on the keeper. There he goes. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34. Auburn to the line in a hurry.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Rides to back and leaves it. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line. A loss of 1.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get those running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
The Tigers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Wants to go up top. Finds his man. It's Paul. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down.
The quick passing game does several things. One, it doesn't let the pass rush get you. Those great defensive linemen, the ball's coming out so fast they can't get there. And then what else? It gets me ahead of the sticks. I don't have to worry about getting in long yardage in predictable situations.
They are calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge 3rd down coming up. From the gun, wants to pass. Fakes the grab on the left. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42. And the Tigers are rolling down the field.
And the offense showing off the short passing game, moving the sticks. Nice job, and look at them. They're right on the football, ready to capitalize on this momentum.
Gives it on the option. Now, I know you two never faced off against each other in an actual rivalry game other than the Thanksgiving morning Turkey Bowl. But knowing you two the way I do and the way you know each other, Jesse, what would you have done to try to throw Pollock off a little bit on a stage like this?
In our opening 10-play script, I would have had David Pollock cut blocked, maybe even double-team high-load, chop blocked on every single play early.
Which is illegal, you bum. That's fine. That's fine. You know what? I guess in retaliation to that, we would have just roughed the passer over and over, taking the 15-yard penalty. That's what's fun about this, Reese. It's petty. It's sometimes it crosses the line of dirty, but that's why rivalries are so fun.
They're about to run a dirty half-dozen plays on this drive. To the air on 2nd down. Bringing the heat. Outside the pocket, lets it go. He's got an open man. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. Just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
Running back searching for a hole. They'll pull him down after a pickup of 5 down to the 23. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Here's a quick throw out to the left. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
Now, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
Handoff from the gun. Doing damage on the ground as he runs it down to the 11-yard line.
And that quarterback knew the counter run was going to work on that play because he counted the box defensively before the snap. He saw that he had an advantage in numbers and blockers getting a hat on a hat, so he knew that was a green light. As soon as he got the snap, off they go, and it's an explosive play.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Makes the grab. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback can throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a ball.
Trying to barge their way in. Touchdown, Tigers! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option? Well, they started with horrible field position, but ended with perfect field position in the middle of the end zone.
It all comes down to execution, Reese. You've got to have guys going out and doing their jobs. You saw the offensive line up front. They were physical. Skill players made it happen with the ball in their hands, and the quarterback really showed command on that last drive.
Bringing it out. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. That's the end of the period, and Auburn has the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. First play of the period, first down here. From the gun, running back gets the give. Slams into the pile, he'll get 1 to the 17.
They have just not been able to get this guy into a rhythm so far in this game. I know it's still the first half, but there's been nothing going for him like you just saw in that last run. He's an outstanding talent. You may have to start thinking about throwing him the football, getting him out in the perimeter in space to let him go to work. He's got to touch the ball for you to come back in this game. Right now, running it, though, very difficult.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Out of the gun, the give to the back. Got enough for the first. Turning it on! He's at the 40, the 20, the 10, and he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, LSU!
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And he tacks on the extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So here comes the Auburn offense. They're still looking for a little more productivity as they trail 10-7. Good timing on the quick out. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes. He's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
The Tigers in a good spot here with second and short. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's one-on-one. Stop the run first.
Better get that seismograph ready here in Death Valley. Huge third down coming. He'll keep it on the draw. Breaks into the open. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. Auburn lines up quickly.
And the offense with a nice run, breaks off a little bit of run, gets a first down. Oh, and here they go again. First down, you've seen this. They like to go fast.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Here's a heat. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
The Tigers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Looking to fire. Quickly to the flat, the wide receiver screen. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Auburn going to work with another first down. Looking to throw on first down. Moves around to clear up the vision. And this one's not working. He'll just throw it away.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throwaway.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. The give to the back. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
That's a really good stop by the defense. Jesse, they need a few more. You've given up a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's that bend don't break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point where this defense has just got to lock in.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone, they're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions, and then the pass rush, they win up front.
Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. From the gun, the ground game. Punches ahead, they'll give him a yard to the 13.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Back to pass. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
Not seeing a lot of chemistry between the QB and his intended target on that play.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Snagged in the middle. It's Mendenhall. He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
first one of the day is off. He was called on 3 times in that victory last week. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Line getting set on second down. Wants to go up top. Finds his man. It's Paul. And the defense makes a big hit and knocks him down.
Need to do a better job as a defender tackling the catch. On the curl route, he had a chance to break on the ball, get the receiver down, couldn't do it, and as a result, they give up an explosive play.
They'll stick to the ground, looking for the marker. Tackle behind the line of scrimmage, and what a big third down stop by this defense. Auburn sends out the punting unit. This will be a second time they've had to kick it away. He'll make the fair catch at the 13, and they will have less than favorable field position here. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. They needed to find enough space and get it moving forward, and they're up to the 22.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And the Tigers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Might as well stick with him. All the way out to the 37-yard line. It's a gain of 15. The Bayou Bengals have been able to put on an aerial circus in recent years, but the foundation, the running game.
Yeah, don't forget about the run game. That starts everything, right? Because if you can run it, you can throw it, you can create some balance and keep defenses off guard. But I think LSU does a really good job of always establishing the run game first. Then they'll get to their playmakers and all the speed out wide.
Tight end finds a soft spot. Trying to hit him with a quick game on first down, and nothing doing there.
Well, they're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
The Tigers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. They'll go to work in the air on second down. And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. And now this offense will try to overcome that second down incompletion. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield.
Well, the defense finally has figured it out. That was critical for their confidence because they had been scored on earlier. They had given up a ton of yards. I think they understood the gravity of the situation. Third down, that was critical for them to get off the field, build momentum, build some confidence. Nice job that time by the defense.
And he is knocked down immediately after the catch. That punt coverage team had its hair on fire. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
I don't know if he made the right decision there or not. You could tell he could have given the football to the running back, but he chose to keep it, and it just got strung out down the right side and nowhere to go. I'll tell you what, better defense than bad decision-making by that quarterback.
The Tigers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Gets the back moving. Second down, they'll go to the air. And the defense has set him up. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
What a game-changing play by this defense. Nice job. You got them backed up in their own territory coming out. Now you force the turnover, set your offense up with some great scoring field position.
Plenty of time to work. Not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Well, good call by the defense there. They dialed up blitz into that running play, and the linebacker able to make a stop.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. On the move. Finding open areas. Inside the 10-yard line and shoved out of bounds at the 9.
Well, I don't know what the quarterback saw on that last play, but he made a pretty quick decision that he was just going to tuck it and run it, and his offensive coordinator is glad he did. How about the speed by the QB on that play?
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. They were all over him, nowhere to go as that third down play turned into a disaster.
You know, defensively, you live by the blitz and you die by the blitz. That time, they dialed it up into the run play, and the linebacker able to make a nice tackle.
LSU trying to convert a fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Big man has it. It's a first down and more. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
And they trust their QB to execute like they have the whole first half, and he delivers, and they build on this lead and build their momentum going into halftime.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. He made the first guy miss, but there were too many dudes coming to help, and they stopped him behind the line. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. LSU ready to boot it away and open this second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Now here comes that Auburn the running game going in the second half.
Agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially if they don't mix it up a little bit. So I do look for a little second half running the football farm out of this group.
And I think the thing, Dave, is they just got to be more physical. I don't think this is a scheme question about trying different run plays. I think it's up to the big fellas up front. They've just got to make the decision that they're going to be tougher here in the second half so that they can win this game.
It's a fumble. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
Oh, and it's a hit like that. Absolutely light up the sideline, light up the stadium, change the momentum, and help you win a football game, because that hit is what caused that fumble.
And the offense heads out onto the field to get the drive started. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. The short hands. It's Mendenhall. Oh, he's got some space. And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
From the gun, running back on the move. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Back to pass. Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You've got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
So here comes the Auburn offense. Trailing now by 17, David. This is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode yet. Like, I know we just gave up some points and our defense hasn't played great. I think this offense can still be who they are and stay consistent.
No doubt, lots of football to go, but you do get the feeling this is the time of game where, you know, it could get bad. If you don't score and all of a sudden they get the ball back, they take it down the field and put some points up, this thing might be over. So absolutely, this quarterback, he wants to drive this offense down the field and at least put something on the board.
He'll get it across the 30-yard line. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 32 as this offense is trying to do some work.
And because of the success that this quarterback has had early in this game running the football, if I'm the coordinator calling plays, I'm dialing up his number more. Designed runs, and also telling him on the sidelines, hey, listen, remember, if it's not open, take off. Just go get it yourself. They don't have an answer for you right now, and this is a big key for us to win this game.
And the Tigers come to the line in the hurry-up.
It's tough on the defense there. Third down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Tigers can really attack on this second and short. They'll run play action. Pressure coming. Going to try to get it himself. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
QBs do a really good job of feeling pressure and trying to get away from it. You can see he wants to, but there's nowhere to go. Great job by the defense getting him to the ground for no gain.
Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. They'll move the wide receiver. This quarterback part of their running game. There he goes. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42. The Tigers are on the move.
And after giving up a long run defensively, they don't have a chance to substitute now. They've got to get ready to go because the offense is going tempo.
He's going to lose a yard on that one. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They've got a solid drive working, but now looking at 2nd and 11. Wants to go up top. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
Well, they're able to get the negative play, great individual effort. I know LSU's defense always goes by DBU, but they've had some big-time players up front on that D-line, too. And you think recently, guys like Marcus Spears, Glenn Dorsey, Kiki Mingo, Daniil Hunter, dudes that can line up one-on-one. These guys were like avatars with their frames. So difficult to block and so athletic. That's what this guy reminds you of sometimes.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. He's going to let one fly down the middle. It's picked off, and that's number 10. He stopped, not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football.
I like it. It's like laying up on a par 5. There's no time and no place for that. We don't need that, all right? Take your shots. It's 3rd and long. I don't need to throw it 17 yards short of the stick. Nice job taking a shot down the field, trying to get the first down through the interception, but no harm.
LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page. You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. And if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decision.
Turning it on! He goes out of bounds just short of the 30 and the 29-yard line. And when you're backed up, execution like that at a premium. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
Couldn't find a lane, a pickup of 1 to the 31. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Looking to fire. Working that left side now. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down. Death Valley has a well-earned rep of being intimidating. It is nice to be the quarterback to have everything on your side.
And have everything quiet. It's the loudest place by far that I ever played. I mean, for an entire game, they are on their feet, yelling, screaming. Now, listen, we can't play all the words they're yelling, Reese, but they are an intimidating crowd.
And he will wisely throw it to the kid playing the tuba.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
So now it's second and long. Trying to get the corner. Fights off a defender. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football. You've got to just keep getting positive yards. You got to keep the third downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
In the gun, looking to throw on third down. Makes the catch. It's Turbin. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarter
Breaks into the open. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
When you play zone coverage, you got a wide receiver that's a beast. It becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
LSU getting set on 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. And he is snuffed out, greeted by a host of defenders.
They're trying to run the ball on first down, guys, but just nothing doing up front. Their offensive line got blown up on that play. There was nowhere for that guy to go.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
They're trying to hit the angle route to the running back coming out of the backfield. It's a good route, but the running back couldn't make the catch.
Just outside the red zone at the 21, but it's 3rd and long. They want to run this quarterback. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
4th down coming up.
And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. Just about ready to go in the fourth, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. And as we get ready to start the fourth quarter, they'll open with a field goal attempt. And this will be a 41-yarder coming up from the right side. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. We'll start this fourth quarter as they line up for the field goal try. One drive is already ended with a field goal. They'll try to do it again, this time a rather long one from 46 yards out. And this one is perfect. And now the lead is extended a little further.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, fourth quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
Ready to go back to work on offense. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next. Oh, he's got some space. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Back to pass on second down. Grab near the marker. It's Harper. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks.
I'll tell you, QBs and receivers, they practice these out routes all week long. And you've got to...
And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. Now on first down from the 43-yard line. Motion from the back. Wants to throw on first down. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Ridden out of bounds at the 45, a big play for this offense.
Hey, down in the fourth quarter, you better have a dude at the quarterback spot. They do, and they're going to trust him, and he's going to have to continue to deliver like this, making plays down the field, protecting the football, but we know he has the ability.
Looking downfield on first down. Quickly complete, and he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Got some of the work done on first. Now let's see what they have on second down. Wants to keep it in the air. Rushes on him. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy up front.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves them with a 3rd and 6. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. With the catch, it's Harper. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on 3rd down. And more times than not, he throws toward the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Tigers.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. So last time, David, they ate up some clock, ran a bunch of plays, but settled for the field goal.
Yeah, but they're still up, Reese, and I like where I'm at. And if I'm on offense right now, my job is to put another long drive together, eat more clock, and get another score.
Just got to be better in the red zone this time around. When they get down close to the goal line, you need better execution, put a touchdown on the board here. It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football, and the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down there?
Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. Got it in stride inside the 20. Right down the gut of the field. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown LSU. They put up another score here in the 4th, and they are well on their way to an 11-1 regular season.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Well, trailing this much in the 4th quarter, the offense is looking for an explosive play to try to ignite them and get them back in this one, but nothing doing. Nice job in coverage.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the 4th.
Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He is stopped short, and they'll turn it over on downs. Just a crushing blow at this point in the game.
And I get it. At this point in the second half, dude, we got to make something happen. We haven't been good enough. We got to score a lot of points and quickly. You got to be aggressive. They tried. They failed again. This game is all but over.
Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a 1st down.
Well, that's called paying off good field position. You've got the lead here late in the game. You've got the ball back. You're on your opponent's side of the 50, and on your very first play, you break off a long run. This defense right now is playing on their heels late.
They've moved to the 16. It's 1st and 10. He'll pull it on the read. He just could not get loose, and they'll knock him down 4 yards behind the line.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
And the Tigers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. The give to the back. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. It'll be 3rd and long. The give to the tailback. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Tigers! And the stomping has commenced. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
You know, this offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in, week out because he plays at such a high level, and he's showing it here. That last carry was his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
On to attempt to try.
Is on for the extra point.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, it's hit triple zeros in a captivating game today between Penn State and Ohio State. Penn State handled its business today away from home. What a thorough beatdown. And what poise this generally young team showed. I think even other coaches will point to this one as what's possible. Always interesting to see ranked teams collide, and today was no different. The agony and ecstasy of college football, fellas.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. The Tigers want to move quickly.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting...
And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
I got to give this defense a lot of credit. They were very confident coming into this one, even though they were going up against one of the best quarterbacks in the entire country. They're confident because they believe in their ability to get to him. And they've been able to do that in this game. There's another sack here late.
He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. He's got it on the right. And he picks up a huge chunk of yards on that play before he's finally hauled down. Looking to throw on first down. Pulls it in. It's Lamb. A solid pickup, and he goes out of bounds at the 30. Got 5 wideouts spread across the field on 2nd and 5. Makes the grab. It's Harper. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. The Tigers come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. They'll try to get it through the air. Fires deep toward the end zone. Wideout trying to get it in. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. And the Tigers are on the move. Here's the snap, looking to throw. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's passed, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute game.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
The give as they work on that clock. LSU will get a first down.
This is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
This offense tries to get rolling from its own 15 on first down. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they...
There he goes. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns in the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, guys, just wanted to get you a quick update on a game happening in the Big Ten. UCLA is in the unusual position of having to come from behind right now, but there's not a soul who doesn't believe they can pull this off. It's a tight one right now. They're trailing by only 5 to USC. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this Big Ten battle.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Wants to go up top on first down. And he's got his man on the sideline. He'll come up a little short of the first down.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all offseason long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
The Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Picked off. What a play to set him up.
And some guys just have a knack of finding the football, and he is one of them. Like, you can just tell when the ball's in the air, he's like, that is mine. His second big game-changing play in this football game.
The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Plows through the defense. He works his way down to the 30-yard line before he stopped a gain of 3.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football. You preserve the lead. You got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Offense gets set for second down. To the ground with the back. He breaks a tackle. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. But, you know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
Didn't get much. Picked up a yard, and that will leave them with 4th and 2.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like, just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they've built this lead. They've had a great day today.
On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Makes a grab past the marker. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one. I know they were expected to win this game, and they're just about to finish it off, but there is something to be said for handling this type of pressure.
Handling it and squashing it. I mean, what an unbelievable job proving that you're one of the best teams in the country. Like, leave no doubt. That's a good football team on the other side of the field, Palmer, that they just took apart.
Yeah, they've been able to fight complacency all season long. It seems like it never matters who's lined up across from them. They're bringing their A-plus game to the yard, and they did that here today. Statement delivered.